When looking to move to an area or potentially relocate, one of the biggest indicators that an area is thriving is how much stuff is being brought to that area. What's the economy like? Are businesses coming or are businesses going from that area? And I'm gonna delve into the top developments that are either happening or have happened in the greater Lansing, Michigan area within the last year. And be sure to stay tuned until the end because I'm gonna share with you a new construction development that has the potential to expand over 300 homes in a certain area. So you're gonna wanna hear the different tips, what that neighborhood's like, because maybe you'll wanna look into it. So let's get started with this next episode of Lansing, Michigan Life right now. Hey there, Troy Seifert here with the Capital Area Real Estate Specialist in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. I'm a top producing realtor in the greater Lansing, Michigan area, and I get phone calls all the time from people who are just like you watching this channel, people from all over the country, even all over the world, people who are looking to potentially move to the greater Lansing, Michigan area. And so whether you're looking to move here in 6 days, 9 days, 60 days, 90 days, or even a year from now, I would love to be able to talk with you about your real estate goals and maybe what you're thinking. So if you want to contact me, all my contact information is in the description below. So feel free to call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom call with me. I would love to be able to talk with you about your future real estate goals in the Lansing, Michigan area and be able to kind of help hone in some of the areas that maybe you're looking into. We are the fastest growing real estate channel in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. We have an extensive library of videos and I come out with new videos once or twice a week. So if you're wanting to be the first to be notified when a new episode goes live, either subscribe to my channel or ring the bell so that you'll be notified when the new episodes go live. And if you like the content of my videos, I would really appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up either now or at the end of the video so I know what kind of content you guys like. All right, so we're getting to one of my favorite areas here because I love finding out new things that are happening. And a lot of this, when I'm shooting this video, a lot of this is in 2025. So maybe a year or two from now, some of this will be old news. But I think it's important for those of you who are watching this channel and who've been following Lansing, Michigan, for you to be able to see the things that are coming to the area. Because again, the things that I hear from people are Lansing's got nothing to do and nothing's happening in this area. And when I look, especially the last couple years, I mean, there's a lot of anxiousness with the economy right now. When I see all the uncertainty that is happening at the moment, and then I see what Lansing is developing, I think Lansing's in great shape. So I'm gonna share with you a few developing areas within the greater Lansing, Michigan area, just some businesses that have come in there. And then, like I said, I'm also then going to take you to a new construction area as well. The first area of development within the greater Lansing, Michigan area is right at Eastwood Town Center. That's located towards like the north central part of town. I've done a YouTube video on this before where I take you around Eastwood Town Center. It's an outdoor mall, also has a multiplex movie theater, and it has like some great neighborhoods that are right by it as well too. They just keep building more and more things. So within the last year, what they had built and has already opened is a Panda Express, which for some of you are like, woohoo, Panda Express. You know, it's not a locally owned place. You know, I see Panda Expresses everywhere, right? Well, they decided to build one there because they saw great economic growth. The second place that opened was a place called Art and Jake's. And Art and Jake's used to be known as Champs, and Champs was a sports bar that had a lot of TVs. Well, then they basically took Champs, they demolished it, and they brought up an Art and Jake's, which is more of a Michigan chain. It is a sports bar area, and I will tell you, if you are somebody who gets easily overstimulated, this might not be the place for you because there are TVs everywhere in this restaurant. I've eaten there a couple times. The food is good, but there are a ton of TVs. Wherever you look, you're just gonna see the TVs everywhere, okay? But it's a great place to be able to go for sports games, especially for the upcoming Michigan State University fall football season. I'm sure that place is packed during those games, or even like on a Sunday for NFL football with the Lions. A great place with great food, and it's been less than a year that it's been open, so the verdict is out to see if they will continue to have a really killer business there. The other place that is officially open is Cooper's Hawk. And I've shown a couple videos where I said, hey, it's coming. Well, it did officially open. I've eaten there. It is more of an upscale restaurant. They do have a wine club that you can join where you can get discounts on wine. They have a nice little, I would say like a luxury shop right in the waiting room area. And that's where you can sign up for the wine club. And then just 2 very large rooms where you can eat. There's, again, fine dining there. I thought the food was excellent and a great fine dining experience to the greater Lansing, Michigan area. And the last place, which I feel is something that can really put Lansing on the map, is a Dave & Buster's. Because when I go to different cities, usually cities that are thriving have a Dave & Buster's there. And if you are not familiar with Dave & Buster's, it's basically like an adult Chuck E. Cheese. They have a restaurant with a bar, with TVs, almost kind of like what Art and Jake's would be like, but honestly, not as many TVs. And then you have an adult arcade side with just tons of games. Now, kids can go there too. It's not like it's limited to only adults, but it is more adult themed oriented, I guess you could say, where adults don't feel like there's all these little kids games anywhere like you would at a Chuck E. Cheese. A couple things with the Dave & Buster's. I've been there as well, and it can be pricey, but if you go on Wednesdays, you get half price on all games. They do have dinner deals and food deals as well. If you eat at the restaurant, you get a deal that way as well. So there are promotions that are happening all the time to where you don't necessarily feel like you have to pay the premium price to be able to go there. But the games there are fun. One of the games that I enjoyed there was a Bop It game where you just had to really work on that hand-eye coordination. It's taking that Bop It game from like when you were young, or when I was younger, and you know, bop it and flick it and spin it, and you know, you're winning tickets with this game. I had a blast with that. There's also a piano game where you sit there and you have to kind of line up the piano key as the music note is coming down. I enjoy that one because I do play piano as well. I got the high score for that one. If you look or go there anytime soon, you might see, I don't know if you'd see my name. I'm not sure, but there's a dodgeball game that's there. There's an axe throwing game as well. So they do have some fun games. And if you're somebody who really likes the points and the tickets, they do have a little store where you can get some stuff. They have one of those claw machines that goes down and like can pick up those rings of tickets and where you can win a substantial amount of tickets. I had a lot of fun when I went there. I have friends that have gone there and said it's a lot of fun. A great addition to the Eastwood Town Center as well. And they continue to build stuff. Like if you drive around the Eastwood Town Center, they have 3 hotels there now. They did not have 3 hotels there 10 years ago. So they're building hotels, they're continuing to build businesses over there. So we'll see what Eastwood Town Center is like a few years from now, if there's gonna be more things in there or not. So the second place I wanna highlight is the Red Cedar Development, which one of my recent videos was at the Frandor Shopping Center, which was one of Lansing's most disliked places for people to travel to. If you haven't checked that out, check that one out. And it's an older shopping center, but across the street from Frandor Shopping Center, they made a Red Cedar Development area with hotels and high-rise apartments, and then there's retail below it. And that retail, it is starting to take off. They have a place called Capital Area Suites that just opened up, and it used to be just this little, I think more of an online business, and then they got a storefront, and it has ice cream flavors there, and it also has cookie dough that you can get. All homemade stuff that they do there. Then a little bit further down, like a couple blocks north, because there are blocks to this. I mean, they are really developing this area. There's a place called Dunked that is almost like a Crumble Cookies, if you're familiar with that chain, where they have cookies that they make each and every week, many different flavors. On Sunday, they have a cinnamon bun cookie that they make every single week. It looks amazing. And this is, again, more of a locally owned bakery, not a chain bakery. Some places that they have also put in there are it looks like they have like a cafe area that could be a board game type place. And then also Toscana. I have not eaten there yet, but it is an Italian place that people say is really good, and it's towards the backside of the retail of the Red Cedar Development area. The one thing that people are really excited about in that area is a place called Lansing Duckpin. Lansing Duckpin, and it is basically a miniaturized bowling alley that they would say, like, you know, it's inclusive of people who aren't maybe necessarily great at bowling. You don't have to be super athletic to be able to be successful at this. So if you've ever been to Great Wolf Lodge, I don't know if you have or not, but Great Wolf Lodge has this kind concept where it's a mini bowling alley and you have these 10 mini pins and they're controlled by strings. So when you bowl, it's a small little red ball that you bowl, and when you bowl, the pins get knocked down, but then easily, like with the contraption they have, like the strings help the pins go right back up. It's a pretty simple process compared to like a bowling alley where the pins go down, you gotta wait for the pins to get out of the way, and then you gotta wait for the ball to come, all the way down back to where you are. A lot of people are excited about this because it's just another fun thing for people to be able to do. And for people who might not be good at bowling, this might get them a little bit more excited about it. So Lansing Duckpin Bowling is coming later this year, and they are just continuing to make some last minute adjustments, but that will be an awesome addition to the Red Cedar Development. And if you looked at my Frandor video that I made, they are making huge plans for that area. Like if they continue to boom more in retail, that's gonna be a happening place in the next 5 to 10 years. Red Cedar Development, really cool area. Check it out. Number 3 area I want to highlight is downtown Lansing. So downtown Lansing, 2 things. First thing, and it's a future thing, but I feel it's important to know, is they are coming out with a performing arts center known as Ovation Performing Arts Center. And it does keep getting delayed a little bit, but the ground has broken. There is a construction site there that you'll be able to see throughout this video as well. Like there's a construction site, it's all there. And the plans are for maybe early 2027 for that to be built. The reason I'm highlighting this is because, hey, they're seeing potential in Lansing to be able to have a performing arts center. It's gonna have capacity, one of the rooms is gonna have a capacity of 2,000 people to be there. So they'll be able to get some mid-sized shows, not like stadium style shows, like you're not gonna see Taylor Swift coming to Lansing, Michigan, okay? But you might get some acts that might be able to fill 2,000 seats. And they're also gonna have a more intimate room as well that comedians can be at, local bands, local groups as well. So they are doing it. It is being built slowly but surely. But for the downtown, that's gonna be huge for even some of the other businesses that are there as well if they continue to have concerts in that downtown. I know Grand Rapids, they have some performing arts centers there in the downtown, and part of the reason why Grand Rapids is very successful is they have those concerts, they have those events happening in the downtown. So if Lansing can have Jackson Field, the baseball stadium, and then have a performing arts center in the downtown, that will just help the businesses thrive in downtown Lansing. The other thing I want to point out is a place known as Strikeout Baseball. Strikeout Baseball. So this is a place that is sponsored by many corporations within the greater Lansing area. They donated money to do this. John Smoltz, if you're not familiar with him, he was a Hall of Fame pitcher for the Atlanta Braves in the 1990s. He attached his name to this because he grew up in the greater Lansing area and he wanted to give back. So they had a huge grand opening for it. So what is Strikeout Baseball? It is a concept that started in Lansing, Michigan. So Lansing, Michigan is the first for this concept, and they're kind of calling it the pickleball of baseball. And this is located right in the downtown area. The field, which you'll be able to kind of see in this video as well, you'll see it's a smaller field than what a traditional baseball field would be. And when you bat, if you hit a certain area, you might be able to advance 2 spaces. If you hit a certain area, you're automatically out. And it's just a place for baseball to be fun for people who might not play it. Kind of the same thing with Lansing Duckpin bowling, right? There's a lot of people that don't bowl because they're not good at it. So every Wednesday right now, they're having new camps of trying to teach people this concept. And the goal is to expand this nationally. Like on Major League Baseball Network, they're going to be promoting this, sponsoring it for other areas to have it. But Lansing, Michigan is where it started. The stadium looks awesome. It is one of a kind. It's got that all brick exterior in the entrance, which I love, being able to see that. It makes it just look very professional. Again, they would not have put the money towards this if they did not see Lansing economically thriving. So check it out if you haven't already. Strikeout Baseball in downtown Lansing area at Ferris Park. The last thing, and this being a real estate channel, I have to do something about homes, right? So this is gonna be the last thing I'm gonna highlight, but it's gonna have to do with a major new construction neighborhood that is taking place. There's an existing neighborhood known as Nottingham Hills. It's located towards the northern west, a little bit west part of Lansing, closer to DeWitt, Michigan, which is located towards the northern part. And this neighborhood initially has a lot of homes that were built in like the 2010s, 11s, 12s, very cookie cutter in the front. They have plans to expand this neighborhood further out, and they have about 330 sites that they are aiming to be able to fill. And the thing that's kind of cool about this neighborhood is that they are open to having any builder go in there. Right now they have 5 builders that have bought some lots. They have Mayberry, Eastbrook. Those are more the, I would say, like the commercial builders that have a greater representation in our area. Jim Jagir, he's another one. But there are also just one-off builders that if you buy the lot, you can be like, hey, I want this builder to be able to build this house for me, not the builders on these already purchased lots. The lots start at about $65,000 if you're in DeWitt schools, $55,000 I believe right now if you are in Waverly schools. Why is this important? This is something to keep in mind. It's really, really close to DeWitt area, so a lot of people might assume that is DeWitt schools, but there's a certain line in that neighborhood that you have to be aware of, that if you purchase a lot and it's on one side of the map, that is Waverly schools. If you purchase it on the other side of the map, it is DeWitt schools. It's right there on the line. That's why it's helpful to have a real estate agent to ask those questions, and it's about $450,000 on average to be able to purchase a house there. They allow ranch homes for minimum 1,200 square feet, and then 2-story homes minimum 1,600 square feet. It isn't a homeowners association, so if you're someone who's like, I don't really want to be in a homeowners association because they have rules, you might not want to be in this neighborhood. The HOA fees are about $200 for the year, covers snow removal and probably future common areas that would come up in that area because that area is continuing to expand. So again, another opportunity within the greater Lansing area where you're seeing the potential for over 300 more homes to be built, and at a pretty affordable rate as well too. So again, I hope that this was beneficial to you to be able to see what is happening in the greater Lansing, Michigan area. I love being able to talk about this. I love being able to talk about areas with my clients, with future clients. If you like what you saw, please like this video and please subscribe to my channel first of all. Second of all, if you're looking to move here at any time, please call me, text me, email me, or schedule a Zoom with me. I would love to be able to have the opportunity to speak with you one-on-one. I would be the person you would speak with, not somebody else, not somebody random. I'm not too busy for you. Don't be shy. Don't think I'm too busy. I'm not. I would love to be able to have the opportunity to help you and be able to give you the know-how of what you need to know about the greater Lansing, Michigan area. Until next time, everybody, make it a great day. Thanks again for watching and take care.